Hello people, this is Power here to review the Transformers Animorphs Ultra Class Visser Three. Yep, so for the only Ultra Class within this series, obviously we got Visser 3 right here. Obviously if you don't know, Visser 3 is, within the toy line at least, they're trying to frame as the main antagonist against the Animorphs. Obviously Visser 3 is a Uric that took control of an Analyte and basically has been, ruling the world or planets ever since. I don't remember the full details, but yeah. So obviously I don't have the box and such, and as you can see right here, we have Visser 3 in his first mode, the Horror Bajir. I'll just say right now, this is like the best form that there is for this toy. So let's just take a look at him. So he's pretty interesting for a Horror Bajir. Here's what I can say, obviously. I don't know why they chose this color scheme for Visser 3. Obviously, I understand that they wanted to differentiate Axe and Visser 3, because obviously all Analytes are the same. But, like, a Horror Bajir is not bright yellow. A Horror Bajir is more like this green color. I don't know why they chose this color scheme, but honestly, I like it. This is a pretty cool color scheme as a whole. Like, as you can see from here, I really do like the gradients they have here with the green. And then, as you can see from the toes also, I really like those. And I just think the, yellow, red, color scheme works with mostly black. It's like this obviously annual texturized color, and like the paint here is like pretty great too. Again, I think the strongest thing about the series is just the paint, just like the gradients and such. I'll say this right away. I am missing missiles that are supposed to be his toes. I don't get it. But yeah, as you can see from here, like, obviously, for an Ultra Class, he's pretty large, obviously. Like, I think they got the size of a Horror Bajir correctly, it's just the look. Because Horror Bajirs are supposed to be able to stand on their own feet. Like, they can, like, stand normally and such. I think the instructions actually have you, like, pose it like that. But, like, it's just really unique, I'll say. Like, Horror Bajirs don't have wings like this at all. But again, like, like, creative liberties, sure, Hasbro. You don't really have much articulation with the Horror Bajir. Like, you got the tail and such, but, like, obviously all this is for transformation. Like, so, like, you can bend like that and such, but it's weird. I think, like, the way the legs work are so weird because everything wants to clash with each other. And, like, you can, like, it's just hard to talk about articulation with this mode in specifically just because it's weird. Like, technically, I guess the only thing I can really talk about is, like, the mouth. As, you can open it and such. But, like, the head is weird, obviously, because I assume you're supposed to be able to, like, lock this down from this pin. But that doesn't work for me. It just, like, doesn't bother locking in at all. And obviously, like, you got stuff there for the next mode we're showing. This keeps, like, just going all over the place and such. Like, the Horror Bajir form is just kind of a mess to, like, deal with. And then, like, you got these things that just want to constantly go down. And obviously, as you can see, stress marks down there. And what the heck happened? So, okay, there. So let's just transform this into the first mode. So obviously Horde Bajir form is like the first form that's packaged in, but like technically the main mode of Visser 3 is obviously his Animorph form. So what we want to do, you want to leave the backside. You're mostly changing things at the front. So what you want to do first of all is that you want to essentially straighten the legs like so, and you want to like just so far move them like this so then they're not in the way. And you want to twist the legs like so, or actually the other way around, like so. And then you want to twist this section of the leg like so. So then you can simply bend it down like so. So you want the screw facing back, as everything wants to constantly move. So again, I'll fold that down. So you want to like rotate that like so. Then bend this down and rotate this like so. I'm sorry about that. Then you want to just obviously position the tail like so. Obviously adjust the legs so then they don't conflict with each other because it's abysmal. Okay, so we got the legs dealt with. Now we want to fold the Horde Bajir head up, and we want to actually fold the mouth down completely like so. And then we want to raise these arms out like so. And then as you can see from here, we get the Animorph head. Then we want to rotate the arms and rotate the hands like so. And then as you can see from here, you got a hole there and a peg there. Like so. And now you get the Animorph mode of Visser 3, which is definitely impressive. Like I will say, again, Hasbro took a lot of creative liberties with Visser 3 just to distinctively make him different from Axe. Like again, like they got the typical Animorph head pretty well, and like, you know, the head's on a ball joint, interestingly. That's neat. But other than that, like, you just gain arm articulation, so like this rotates all the way through, and then like it bends, and like the hands I think are really weird because I thought this was supposed to be the thumb, but it's a weird pinky. And then like other than that, like, you know, obviously I think this like works too. It's just that he has gigantic legs and such. He's not as centaur-like now, and like, you know, the tail like actually works and such. You can't like bend it back, even though I think it's still supposed to be down there and such. But I don't have anyone to compare with, but as of yet. But yeah, the Animorph mode I think is pretty solid. It's just that again, these legs are still pretty abysmal. And then like obviously just trying to like get these aligned and such. But yeah, like obviously like proportion wise, he's really wide. He's awkwardly wide. But other than that, I adore it. Yeah, this is just not going well. But yeah, last but not least, obviously because this is an Ultra Class, they really want to emphasize the triple changer thing. We get a thing that is not present within the books, and then they only made it a toy thing just to give Visser 3 some, you know, to make him the big bad. transforming him into the infernal creature. So I need to look in the instructions. Alright, so they want us to do some really funky stuff. So basically, you're going to line the arms like this. Like that. And then you're going to then take... How do they want you to do this? Oh, okay. So they want... Okay. I get this. So they want you to... unpeg him. Unpeg the head. So then you can actually... turn this around. Because basically what you're trying to do, honestly, is that you're trying to... This is going to become a shell of some kind. But you're going to have to, like, maneuver your way to, like... You have to maneuver your way into, like, turning this piece, because... like so. So they want the arms to be like this. Because, like, as you can see from here, like, I think they want you to, like, try to, like, peg the arms, like, something like this. But, like, you know, the issue technically is, like, the only way you can really do that is by, like, actually moving the arm away. But that's not really possible, so... Anyways, you do something like this, and I forgot to mention this, like, despite Visser 3 being an antagonist, for some reason they felt the need to put the Animorphs logo there. I don't get it. So you do something like that. You go back here with the tail. You open this compartment up to then reveal. You can actually pull it out. Reveal the head for the infernal creature. If I can actually get him in, like so. And then this is where things get weird, because now you have to start essentially flipping the entire, like, character over like so. So now he's going to be standing on his front legs, and then you simply turn the back legs into the arms. Then you do something like this. So we're pretty close, as you can see. And they want you to position the arms like this for some reason. I don't get why. And then we have to bring this entire cavity over like so. And then this is where things get complicated, because obviously we're bringing this back cavity into, like, this mess. So this is where it gets complicated. So first of all, obviously we're rotating the tail to, like, something like here. And then, so they want us to split this, put the arms down, in some weird order, because what I'm literally getting is that I don't get why they don't just make us rotate the... They literally just make us rotate the hand, like the entire arm, not just the hand. So you do that, and, like, obviously this has nowhere to plug in. And so then you have to try to, like, okay, wait. So you gotta like rotate the wing portions like so, so then they're positioned like this, so then you can like deal with this contraption of a mess. And I'm just gonna say right now, this you want to actually close these fins up. Alright, so you then rotate the hand, and like, I guess, what are they asking here? Like, closing this in or something? Like, okay, wait, yeah, they're being weird. So they want you. So they want. Why did you? All right. So they want you to like. Well, first of all, I guess you have to bend the hand something like that. So you bend the. So you fold it out to simply rotate it, and then you fold it back in to like have it pointed at like something like that, and then you go in here to peg the tail, what's going to be the tail, into the head. So, like, I feel like this is so unnecessarily complicated. But, and then they tell you to put the tail down and to fold it down like so. I don't know, they tell you something about like this portion. Like, I don't know. Then there you have it. You got you got it. You got, gosh darn it, he's falling. Infernal Beast. Whoop-de-doo. So here we have the infernal creature, and it's definitely interesting. Obviously, it's the same design as like the Mega Class Visser 3. Articulation wise, I think it's pretty neat. You got a lot of ratchets back here. Like, you technically have like a rotation, but it's obviously limited. This just really like sliding constantly. The bend is weird. And like technically you can close the front like that, which I kind of prefer they did. Like, again, I just kind of prefer like Infernal Creature to look like something like this and such. Then, like, the head, I probably should have started there. You got a rotation, and like, I think it's a ball joint. And like, again, just like the Horror-Bajir, he can open his mouth and such, which is pretty neat. Ow. Again, the legs are the same as the Horror-Bajir in the Analyte mode. It's just that I don't know why it's being really fussy. But so he has a lower bend here, luckily, and such. I mean, he can kick to the side, so that's like neat and such. But other than that, like, I think it's pretty solid for the most part. Just, you know, besides just the weirdness of it and such. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, like, the front legs here too can move. I don't get why, because I think it's just to launch the launcher, like shoot the missile. But I don't get the point of like tow missiles. They don't make sense. Gosh darn it. This is not. This is moving. I don't know why this one isn't. I didn't even know this moved, but I don't think. Yeah, I don't think this one moves. But yeah, that's the infernal creature. So let's just do some size comparisons. So here is, you know, Jake Tiger, Cassie Wolf. Let's zoom out. And then Rachel Lion. Like so. Come on, Rachel. And then here's Marco Gorilla. And then obviously we got the best one of all, Tobias Hawk. So just a pure normal human bystanding this grand alien attack, which I don't think ever happened. So yeah, I'm not going to bother changing him back into the Horror-Bajir because I just display him as the infernal creature just because it takes up less space. But yeah, my thoughts overall on the Visser 3 or Ultra Class Visser 3 triple changer. It's pretty innovative. This is probably my favorite one out of all the ones I have as of now. I think it's pretty cool. Like, it's not accurate. It's really messy to transform. Especially, like, the head portion and such. Like, I don't think it does a good job at that. Like, but other than that, I think this is kind of like a cool one just to get. Just so then you can have, like, a big brawl with all your Animorphs and such, because again, I don't think something like this ever happened in the books. Why is Marco's hand backwards? But like, you know, I think this one, for the most part, I think it is kind of in between of how attainable it is, because I got it off of eBay for $27. Obviously, I don't have the missiles, but like, I don't really care for the missiles. But like, I think this one's just a fun, like, just a fun entry in this line as a whole. It's not the Tri-Rex. I still want to get the Tri-Rex. That one is like stupid. This one is just like, okay, I want a Visser 3 within my collection, so it's like I might as well go for it. And like, you know, this one is essentially just an upscale version of the Mega Class one, but just with an additional mode. And the thing is that, obviously, this is technically the only way we can have a Horror-Bajir within the line. So I'll take it. Like, I think it's really cool that we at least got, like, the Horror-Bajir and a Taxon. Like, that's really cool. But, other than that, like, I would just say get it just for laughs. For sure. Other than that, I don't know. like this is I just have a blast owning it, and just know that it's just not that good of a toy, but you know what? That's why I got it. So that'll have to do with this review, so there's power, and I'll leave people. Bye.